If we are able to motivate our children for reading, make the books their best friends, imagine how much they will learn, how much they will enjoy. But it all depends on us, the educators, the mothers, the masis, the mamis, the didis, and everyone around a child, how we motivate them. So let's begin our journey. Thanks to CBSE for providing us with beautiful platform and guidelines wherein we are constantly motivated and professionally trained to guide our children. Over to you, Vanilla ma'am, if you are ready.
Yes, I am ready, Parimita. Thank you so much. So, teachers, basically, I'm starting from the very basic. All of us were told with the introduction of New Education Policy 2020, we were told that education system will get 360-degree turn. And we can see the comparison here. If you can see on the slide, earlier it was age 6 to 16, 10, and 10 plus 2 system was there, right? But now it has changed. Why? What is the need? If you can see in this diagram, it is very symbolic. If you can see, the base is very weak or very thin in the first previous academic structure. Can you see that? And if you see here, there was no base, basically. Pre-primary and preschool, the concept was not there. So if you can see, that is missing, basically. But now, if you see the new diagram, you see that there is foundational level education which will be provided from from age 3 onwards. That means a very big solid foundation. A building will be strong only if the foundation is strong. So if you see, the foundation is very strong here. This diagram is symbolic. And continuous focus of government, when government is talking about new education policy, government is only talking about the foundational level. If it is strong, then the whole purpose is achieved. And that's why the idea of FLN has come into being. It's a next step of new education policy where they are giving us the tools by which we can achieve this. So if you can see that from age, there is this foundational level where 3 years students will be in Anganwadi and preschool and Balvatika. 3 to 6 years, right? So age 3 se entry hogi in school, and the students from age 3 to 6 will be there in Anganwadi, Balwadi and preschool. And then we come to the next 2 years, classes 1 and 2. So solid 5 year of foundation that you are getting there. Right? So students at this level will be given lots of foundational literacy and numeracy exercises and practices so that they become stronger. And then we come to classes 3 to 5 by 3. In class 3, it is expected that the child will be able to read sentences and will be able to comprehend. And the child will be able to do some basic numeracy level which has been identified. And then it goes beyond. That is middle level and secondary. So first is foundational level. We will be talking about class 3 to age 3 to age 8. That is our foundational level. And then we will talk about 3 to 5. That is our preparatory level. This should be very clear. And teachers, please note, there will be a Google form we will be sharing, and we will be asking you several questions as feedback, learning assessment of learning outcome. So please understand this. And then middle and then secondary. So our focus is basically on primary. We are going to foundational and preparatory. We will be focusing on these 2 areas. Now there is a term used, foundational learning. What is foundational learning? Foundational learning is a combination of both foundational literacy and foundational numeracy. Literacy and numeracy both together called foundational learning. But what is then foundational literacy and what is foundational numeracy? My slide is totally about foundational literacy this time, because foundational numeracy will be taken up in next webinar. So I and Parimita this time will be totally focusing on foundational literacy. So what is foundational literacy? It says that the child's ability to read simple sentences with meaning and solve basic math problems by the end of class 3. This is the benchmark. This is the benchmark, and CBSE is hell-bent on ensuring that all kids registered right now in schools by 25, 26, they should, when they come to grade 3, when they pass out grade 3, they should have achieved this foundational literacy and numeracy level. So teachers, this is a very big task for us, because we are in the running, running the show, and we have to ensure, if we are not clear what are foundational literacy and what are foundational numeracy goals and what are the learning outcomes and what we have to assess, how will we ensure that the students have achieved these goals by 25, 26, we have to prove that. And for that, this is the roadmap, what we are going to talk now. All right. So FLN Akka Nipun Bharat. That is, FLN is also called Nipun Bharat. Nipun Bharat basically is an acronym made for it. Mnemonym we call it. Mnemonym. Right? So FLN is Foundational Literacy and Numeracy, which actually is considered to be Nipun Bharat. And Nipun Bharat, because Nipun word in Hindi says that you are expert. Nipun, Kaushal, expert. So that is why the highest priority of government at this point of time is foundational literacy and numeracy by 26-27, and there is 26, 27, 25, 26 also is there. So please keep that in mind. 25 say we will all be answerable for these grade level students. And in that context, if you see that foundational National Mission of Foundational Literacy and Numeracy, it is called National Initiative for Proficiency in Reading with Understanding. Not only reading, but understanding is most important. So reading with understanding, class 3 ke level tak, when the child comes to class 3 level, should be very clear to read, should be able to read and understand what the child is reading. All right. And similarly, the numeracy. So it is the complete statement is National Initiative for Proficiency in Reading with Understanding and Numeracy. That's why it is Nipun Bharat. All right. So, and Nipun Bharat says that every child by grade 3 should be proficient in this. I hope everything is clear till here, that the challenge is very big with us, and all the teachers, class 1 and 2, those who are teaching class 1 and 2, they should be ready to take up the challenge, and even class 3, 4, 5 should be ready to take up the challenge. Now, this is an initiative of government. So there it is their poster, government's poster, and it is being issued by Ministry of Education. And we will be discussing on these lines because it is a wonderful initiative of government. Everything is being clearly explained. I come to the next one. Okay, before that, let me ask you certain questions. Any one of you can raise hand and tell me, what do you mean by adaptive assessment, balanced approach, competency, and gross motor skills? Any one of you? There are 4 words that, 4 technical terms I used: adaptive assessment, balanced approach, competency, and gross motor skills. Any one of you, just explain. What does this mean? We use them right, left, center. But what is the meaning? Any one of you? Whatever you say.
Adaptive assessment.
Yes, Yasha?
Can I?
Yes.
Ma'am, adaptive assessment is according to the student's cognitive level. We create assessments so that we can say that it's adaptive assessment.
Very right. As per the needs of students, if assignments are made, then it is called adaptive. If you are wanting a child to know something about Taj Mahal, and you are giving the, of class 1 child, you are giving the details, in whose memory the Taj was created, and there are inlays, and then you explain the mathematical concepts and angles and everything there, the child will not be able to understand. So what should be the assessment? Whether the child has understood the, you can just associate it with the state, and the activity can be planned accordingly, that in which city the monument is there and why it is the wonder of the world. So the thing is that, what are we designing? Are we designing is as per the requirement of students. That is called adaptive assessment. Assessment should be done on the basis of the competency or ability of the child. ये नहीं हो सकता कि grade 3 के बच्चे को आप calculus दे दें. The child will not be able to do. Certainly, the child will fail. Here, the teachers, as teachers, we have to understand. हमारा level बहुत high है. We cannot give that high level of questions or assessment to students. We have to come to the level of child. That's why the goals have been clearly identified. Learning outcomes have been clearly identified, and it will be your responsibility to design assignments accordingly. Then balanced approach. What is balanced approach and what is competency? Okay, what is gross motor skills?
Ma'am, that is, ma'am, gross motor skills is when we involve the child, the sports activities or any activity which involves body movements. So we are integrating our subjects with skills that requires the whole body movement.
It needs a little bit of modification. That means that this is a vocabulary, glossary we say, and we have to understand these. So teachers, before you actually embark on this journey of ours for foundational literacy and numeracy, what I request, nobody, I mean, even I'm not an exception. The terminology which has been used, I'm reading it, and I request all of you to do the same thing. And Rani ma'am, you please note, because this gross motor skill is for you also. So teachers, if you can see on my screen, I have got the vocabulary, which has been issued by government and for this FLN mission. And this glossary will make you understand what exactly this word mean and how you are going to go with it. Like gross motor skills, for that gross motor skills are abilities required to control the large muscles. Large muscles in the body have to be controlled by students. For that, the students can run, walk, sit, crawl, and other activities. So Rani ma'am, please make a note of it that at this level with other subjects, when you are integrating, you have to see these things. So when we are using these words like life skill, learning outcomes, we should know what exactly is meant by it, because हमें पता होता है, but exact meaning we don't know, and that's why we go haywire. I hope teachers, this PPT will be shared by me. So ये vocabulary है. You don't have to go anywhere. I have done the work for you. You have to just refer to this PPT and you will get the vocabulary. You will understand it better. So we move to the next one. There are problem solving, reading aloud, pre-number. This is a complete vocabulary and it is alphabetically arranged, dictionary form. So we don't have a problem. Whatever the word we want to search, we can search here. All right. So we again come here and this is initiative which talks about what is FLN? It is competency of a child of learning numeracy and literacy by class 3. And this is the mission 2020. And by 26-27, all students should be able to do this, achieve this target. So this is for teacher. Now, why have they done it? Why they have kept 26-27? And what was their research that said? So the research said that 55% of Indian schools, India's school-going children cannot read and understand a short, age-appropriate text by class 5. Teachers, you must be agreeing with me. In your class, there are, I have observed your classes. Hindi mein students, I find they struggle. In English, when teacher is asking, I have literally observed it. When teacher is asking a child to read, the child is not able to read. Either the text is not age-appropriate and very heavy words have been used, or maybe the child has not achieved that basic requirement. So when we talk about the basic requirement, next slide, in coming slides, I will explain what is competency and what is the role of competency in this. All right. Then we move, the assessment is there, and on the basis of that, they have initiated this mission that at least by grade 3, the child should be able to read and to comprehend, understand what the child is reading. For that, the content is available in different languages. Parimita will take over for that. And I move to the next one. So the Nipun Bharat says that what is the recommendation of this mission? It says that this mission will help a child to read with comprehension. Most important, comprehension. आप और मैं अगर Roman script है, तो I can read anything. Teachers, I give you a live example. We are using, all of us are using Roman script in WhatsApp for writing messages in Hindi. but script is Roman. Do you agree or don't you agree? You agree or you don't agree?
Yes.
We use Roman script for writing messages which actually are in Hindi. And if you share the same thing with, let's say, somebody from USA or UK, will that person be able to comprehend? Read definitely, but will be able to comprehend? What do you say? My example is appropriate. Let me put it this way. Suppose I have written in English, I have used Roman script, I have written Namaste, मैं विनया पुजारी बोल रही हूँ. And I have written everything using Roman script. And I sent it to my friend in USA. The person will read it, but will the person be able to comprehend?
No, ma'am. Even
no,
in
no. Everybody says no, because it is Greek and Latin for him. Script may be same, but the content is not understood. The same thing is happening with students. So it is being said that the child should be able to comprehend. So there are so many things it is being said that help child to understand numbers, use play and activity based. It is continuously focusing on activity and play based. So we have to design our TLM on the basis of activity. Then provide high quality teaching learning material to engage children. Now it is not going to be that, okay, I'm writing on board and you also write copy. No, nothing like that. We have to involve now students into building their capacities and making them understand by doing. Right. So these are the things which will change definitely. And for what meaningful assessments, how can we create meaningful assessments? By polls, quizzes, and games. And I must tell you that me and Smriti, we are going to have that disaster management workshop where we are going to have polls and games also. So you will see that these are the things which will keep students engaged and they are motivated. If Smriti, I was told by Smriti that she used the Tintin story to explain the solar eclipse, and the students, and she kept it halfway, and she said that students were overwhelmed. They said ki ma'am aage kya hoga bataiye. So these are the things. If you use these things, then students will definitely be able to understand. So we go to the next one. What are the different skills that we are going to talk about, and how we are going to talk about these important components. So what are the important components? Sabse pehla important is oral language development. First, you have to develop language, be it mother tongue or be it the third language or the second language, whatever. You have to develop their oral language. Now, since child is coming from Hindi speaking background, will be able to speak in Hindi fluently. That won't be a problem at all. The hard work has to be done with English, because the language is not familiar for the child. So we have to see that the child first is able to speak. Oral language development, that comes with vocabulary. You have to give a lot of vocabulary of their age to them, and they will be able to speak. Then this includes decoding. So this domain includes competencies of print awareness. We teach them cursive writing and all that, but we introduce books. Now the child is confused. Vandana ma'am will say that the child is confused with print and cursive. And then to avoid that, we started using print, everything in print, and we started teaching print letters. Right, Vandana ma'am? So this is what decoding. Why? To confuse a child. A child is learning Hindi Varnamala, child is learning English Varnamala, capital letters, small letters, and print letters. Imagine. English is so very difficult in that way. So we have to see that also, that child is able to decode, and we have to put a lot of emphasis on that. Then we talk about reading fluency with comprehension. Now here the class age 3, class 3 comes in, and then actual reading will come only when the child is able to comprehend. The child may keep on reading. Teacher may ask, child may read, but child has not comprehended. That's why the child is not able to answer. And then comes writing. Writing alphabets, aksharas and word with expression. The child should be able to write them with expression. So that is another thing. Now, as I said, what is competency-based education? This is most important for us teachers, because it is being said that child will not be promoted to next grade if he has not achieved the competency level of a particular grade. So a child can be stopped in class 3, can be denied promotion in class 3, and can be denied promotion in class 5. if the child has not achieved the level. So for class 3, can somebody tell me, in class 3, when will we stop a child to be promoted to class 4? What will be the parameter? What should be the competency which should be judged?
If they cannot,
yes,
if they
Yasha?
cannot read with comprehension, ma'am, if they cannot read simple basic text with comprehension, then
Excellent.
I think the child will be stuck in grade 3.
Very right. And Shilpi, can you tell me for class 3, what should be the numeracy level that should be attained by the child? Shilpi ma'am, you have worked on it. We will be doing the next session.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Till
So for class 3,
yeah, numeracy level is that the student should be able to read the word problems based
Yes.
on all the mathematical operations, your addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. And then they should be able to comprehend it. So for that, we'll be using this language thing. Okay, they're able to read and they're able to
Exactly.
comprehend it.
Exactly. Thank you so much. So you can see that Yasha said that should be able to read and comprehend, and should be saying that problems will be introduced. Problem sums will be introduced from grade 3, and the child should be able to comprehend after reading it. Ram has gone to market to fetch 2 pens, and one pen is costing 10 rupee. So how much he has to pay? Now, if this is a simple statement, if the child is not able to comprehend, the child will never give you answer. So that is another thing. So I am explaining what is competency based. The children advancement to next level only is upon mastering current level. अगर class 3 में उसका ये level ही नहीं है कि वो पढ़ के और बता सके, solve कर सके, तो child will be stopped in class 3. And teachers, you will be answerable, and I will be answerable कि बच्चे ने इतना भी क्यों नहीं attend किया. So we all are going to attain this. I think this is giving you clarity. Now, children's learning outcomes are measured against defined standards. CBSE has already defined under Nipun. The standards have been defined, and we have to. अभी हमने discuss ही किया standards क्या हैं, and it is defined, and the child has to acquire that. And this is we can use formative assessments. Skills or concepts are assessed in multiple contexts to ensure that both deep understanding and applications are acquired by the children. This is basically competency-based education. You will not forget now. Competency-based means predetermined standards ke against the child will be examined and will be promoted to next class only if these predetermined standards are achieved. So it is going to be very different. Now, there are 3 developmental goals which the project talks about, Nipun project talks about. It talks about goal number 1, children maintain good health and well-being. And that's why we have Health and Wellness Club, very active in class 1, 2, and throughout. The whole school has got Health and Wellness Club, and 1 and 2 has taken it up in a very big way. And we are going to take it up in 3, 4, 5 also. So this time they are going to make first aid kit. And also, Akshita ma'am, what is it that we are going to take for health and wellness? The empathy, I think, the Poshan Ma, that also we are going to take up, right? And you are ready with that?
Yes, ma'am. We'll be taking up various activities for Poshan Ma, in which the Health and Wellness Club will be taking up activities.
Exactly.
Children will talk about what they don't like. First, we'll be introducing them to what is a balanced diet, and we'll be relating it with their curriculum. And then we will be asking the students what is it that they don't like to eat, because that is a huge problem with young children. They're very choosy with food, and then we'll just ask them to draw any one thing that they don't like to eat, and then they'll promise that they'll be eating that so that they're healthy. So, but we'll be continuing with various activities.
I know that. And everyone in this way will be keeping the students engaged, and clubs will be a very integral part. So teachers, as I told you, all students to be given one or the other club. It is a must. It is a must. And some clubs like Health and Wellbeing Club, Health and Wellness Club, and the other clubs, they have to be across, to be used across. And some specific clubs which you have, Spell Bee Club and some other clubs, that can be Rubik's Cube Club, that can be specific. All right. So first is children maintain good health and well-being. Goal 2 is children become effective communicators. So that is a most important goal, that they become effective communicators. How will they be? If they have only the vocabulary with them, and they have been exposed to reading, and they have been continuously enforced with rich literature and culture. so they will be effective communicators. Expose them to different activities like speaking skills and like debate and declamation and such things, so they will be able to communicate properly. For that we have to design activities. And the third and important goal is children will become involved learner and connect with their immediate environment. So once we have achieved goal 1 and 2, the goal we have to focus on goal 3, that we have to involve students in every activity that they are doing, and they understand, and it should be from their immediate environment. Rather than talking about some plant, very exotic plant somewhere, please talk about Tulsi plant, which is available in every household, and explain the properties of that plant and the medicinal value and the cultural importance of that plant. That is what I say, that they should be able to connect, because in most households we have Tulsi plant. So this is something I think we should be thinking about, rather than we talk about some exotic plants somewhere. All right. So again, this is a detail, and I'm not going to going much into it because I have already explained everything to you. Then we talk about the holistic development. The terminology, holistic development of a child, will happen only when we achieve these 3 goals. And these 3 goals, it is not ki ek achieve karenge and will not be able to achieve second till we have achieved first. They will be achieved simultaneously. So learning outcomes have been everywhere. The competencies and learning outcomes have been clearly defined, and we have to go for these learning outcomes. We have to be very clear about these learning outcomes, because it talks about physical and motor development, socio-emotional development, literacy and numeracy development, cognitive development, spiritual and moral development, and art and aesthetic development, which are interrelated, interdependent. So it is applicable to all areas of a person's personality, of a child's personality. So this is holistic. Once we have looked into all these aspects, I think we have given holistic development to the child. Then we talk about developmental goals have been further divided into 6 levels, corresponding to 3 years of ECC, early childhood education, and followed by 3 years of schooling. So you can see preschool level 1 hai, preschool 2 level 2 hai, preschool balvatika level 3 hai, then class 1 4 hai, class 2 5 and class 3 6 hai. केवल इतने तक ही क्यों खत्म कर दिया, 4-5 को क्यों नहीं लिया? Because right now they are focusing on basic foundational numeracy and literacy, जो class 3 पे आके grade लग जाता है, जिसके आगे बच्चा जा नहीं पाएगा if competency is not achieved. So continuously they are talking about this. Now if you can see briefly, I can explain grade 1 level what is expected. The child is able to read small sentences consisting of at least 4 to 5 simple words in an age appropriate unknown text. Teachers known text से नहीं करेंगे आप examine. You are going to use unknown text, but 4 to 5 simple words. That will show whether the child has application of understanding or not, whether the child has understood or not, because whatever he has seen or learned, that application must come. So he is able to read small sentences consisting 4 to 5 simple words. That is your area. You will be looking into that, and you will be making your worksheets like that. Read and write numbers up to 99. Perform simple additions and subtractions. So ये grade 1 के लिए है. Grade 2 is the child is able to read with meaning 45 to 60 words per minute. That is very specific, teachers. When I said that, standards have been very clearly defined. So it is very clearly said the child should be able to read 45 to 60 words per minute. That means should have vocabulary of 300 to 400 words. We have to create that, teachers, of their level. Please remember, अगर 45 to 60 per minute पढ़ना है बच्चे को, so the child should have a good vocabulary available. Simple, 4 to 5 simple words. Simple words, bat, cat, mat, उसी से बने हुए sentences that we have to use. Read and write numbers up to 999, subtract numbers up to 99. So this is for maths. And then grade 3, जहाँ से 4th में promote नहीं होगा, the child will not be promoted, because the child should be, the first thing is, the child should be able to read with meaning at least 60 words per minute. यहाँ पर specification है, minimum 60. इससे ज़्यादा भी पढ़ सकता है. And then read and write numbers up to 9999. and 9,999 and solve simple multiplication problems. Division introduced nahi hua hai. So this is what grade 3 level talks about. Then they are just giving some examples to you. Can your child read and understand simple sentence like this? बगीचे में एक पेड़ है. बच्चे पढ़ लेते, but they don't know what does it mean. Class 1 का बच्चा पढ़ लेगा, बगीचे में एक पेड़ है. But many of them are not able to comprehend what does it mean. So we have to, Nipun Bharat has given clear guidelines what we should be able to achieve. So as per Nipun Bharat, every child should be able to read correctly and with comprehension, following numbers of words per minute for an age appropriate unknown text. This is your benchmark. Teachers, this is your benchmark. Please remember, ये आपके लिए assessment का benchmark है. Class 2, 46 to 60, 45 to 60 words per minute, and class 3, at least 60 words per minute. This is a summary. All right. Then ensuring school readiness for class 1 children. Class 1 mein, when the child comes, class 1 teachers, please pay attention. There are certain things which you have to do. So NCERT has developed 3-month play-based school preparation module. You have to have access to this module. Please note it down. And because now next year class 1 student, the students will be coming to class 1, you should be ready with it because 26-27 में हमें FLN ready होना ही है, right? So 12 week of study to bolster a child's pre-literacy, numeracy, cognitive and social skills, activities and worksheets around the learning of alphabet, sound, words, color, shapes and numbers. So these are the things which you should be ready, class 1 teachers, with. All right. Then Nipun Bharat says assessment for learning. So there are 2 types of things I want to tell you. Assessment, school-based assessment, जो school करेगा, and then large-scale standardized assessment. Meena ma'am, can you tell me this assessment is about what? And what is the name, acronym given to this assessment? Large-scale standardized assessment, for which we are working towards.
Ma'am, we are working towards SAFL.
Exactly. And SAFL is the full, SAFL is for primary level, and Prakhar is for higher level. Both are assessment modules, and students' ability or competency will be assessed. So competency based teaching may assessment will be done at school level, school will do, and at large scale standardized assessment, like Meena ma'am has said, it is going to be assessed by an agency, and then Nimonim said is SAFL. On this SAFL platform, we are going to register, and ma'am has become the member, one of the board members of this agency that is going to assess. So National Assessment System is the agency that in which ma'am has become the member, and we definitely are going as a pilot testing. So for pilot testing, we will be registering our students presently in class 3 or 4, whatever the information that comes. So this is what I wanted to tell you. Assessment will be of 2 types. You cannot detain a child just on the basis of what SAFL is saying. SAFL may give us a guideline that, okay, this child is at this level, the school has to take a collective decision whether to stop or not to stop. Please remember this. School ke apne assessment alag chalenge. We cannot say, we are not going to, or I'm not saying that school will not have exams. School will have exams as usual. But every, in 3rd and 5th grade, students will be appearing for this SAFL large scale standardized assessment. All right. We move to the next one. This is holistic progress card. Everybody is aware that there will be holistic progress card where peer assessment will be there, teacher assessment will be there, and child will be assessing himself or herself. So many things are there, and they will be assessed in painting, drawing, clay, toy making, inquiry based learning. So many things are there. So we have to keep it in mind how the report card, because it is going to be soon, the draft will be shared, and you will come to know it is a very comprehensive draft, and to fulfill that complete draft, we will be needing a lot of material and readiness for that. Then who is helping us? So if you see Nishtha, you can go to Nishtha portal, and there you have lots of material. Register yourself for various courses on FLN and keep yourself ready. Then it is Diksha portal. Diksha portal has material for kids and material for teachers. So please use it exclusively. And let me tell you that we have just now, I shared the circular few days back, 1 or 2 days back, and all of you have to register for that next course of FLN so that you know what I'm talking about. We have to complete that, and 100% teachers have to complete that. All right. And then it is most important in Nipun Bharat that parental involvement. Please remember, parental involvement is most important. If the child is not engaged at home meaningfully, the child will not be able to grow properly. So it is hand-holding by parent and hand-holding by teachers. Parent ये नहीं कह सकते कि हम we have sent the child to school. It is school's responsibility. No, Nipun Bharat clearly says it is a collective effort to bring or to make a child a good citizen. So that is parental involvement is very important. You will be supported by parents. All right. Then community involvement. Parents and community में corporate social responsibility भी आ जाता है. NGOs आ जाते हैं. They will come. They will help organization, schools, and conduct various workshops. Abhi recently we conducted PETA workshop on cruelty towards animal, to reduce cruelty and to encourage students. Harsha ma'am got it conducted. So these are the things which we are going to do. This is called community outreach. Then this is going to be the complete impact that once we have through with this mission, it is an ongoing process, but once one circle is over, the child will be able to achieve steeper learning trajectory, which may have positive impact on later life outcome and employment. FLN will ensure holistic development of a child by focusing on different domains of development: physical, motor development, socio-emotional development, literacy, numeracy development, cognitive development, life skill, etc. So ये सारा achieve कर लेंगे if we have understood what FLN is all about and we have put it into practice. Then this is a website, teachers. You have to go to this website. This is foundational literacy and numeracy. When you type, you will see 3 tabs: home, teacher corner, student corner. If you go on this website, you will get all the details. Teacher corner, you will have lots of material. All right. So see in the next slide, I have gone to teacher corner. And teacher corner, if you see, I have selected that there are CBSE MOOCs. MOOCs are massive online open courses, free courses. So you can join these courses and get certificates. You can have FLN toolkit, which is available. And I have clicked again on assessment bank. Teachers, you can see Hindi, English, Math, CVS, हर एक class के assessments available हैं. Critical thinking based, at least some idea you will have. So you have to definitely have this website on your tips, on your laptop. Every time you should visit and refer to it so that you get material that is required as per the norms. Then these are some important web links that I have shared here, and you can go and check. Now, the most important part to achieve foundational literacy, the government, the CBSE and the Ministry of Education has come up with a mission, and CBSE has initiated this mission on their website. It is being reflected initially with the yellow highlighter, that a step towards achieving foundational literacy is reading mission, where librarians are involved, where teachers are involved, and everyone is involved. So now I hand over to Parimita to take you further. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for giving us the insight into Nipun Bharat and FLN. Now, dear friends, since we know so much about it, we also know that we are being introduced to CBSE Reading Mission, which is a wonderful program wherein, as I started, we can take our children to the books and bring the books closer to the children. I hope all of us have already enrolled ourselves for Reading Mission program, because yes, I shared I shared a Google Doc with everybody, and I have got the details that all of us are already enrolled. We have joined the mission. I also request all of you to keep updating it, adding what all books you have read in that. I hope my screen is visible to all of you.
Yes, Padma.
Yes, ma'am.
We are going to talk about CBSE Reading Mission. What is it about? It is in continuation to foundational literacy, right? What is the vision of literacy? I'll just brief, as ma'am has already told. It is to create an enabling environment, ensure universal acquisition of foundational literacy and numeracy in primary classes by 2025. The need, as ma'am has again told us, there's a strong national concern today regarding the poor learning levels. There are huge learning gaps, and we as educators have to work together to fill those gaps. Because if those gaps are not filled, they will be widened. Once they are widened, they will have strong damage. The damage done today will have the lifelong impact on the learners. That is the sole purpose of including pre-primary education in national education policy, because the brain development is at the fastest rate in the early years. We don't want this particular time, the most crucial time, to be wasted, right? By now, we all are aware about the aims and objectives of foundational literacy and numeracy mission. It is to achieve universal foundational literacy and numeracy in primary classes by 2025 and to ensure all children attain grade level competencies in reading, writing and numeracy. My dear friends, we have to be very, very particular about the age and developmentally appropriate pedagogies as well as aims. If I expect a class 1 child to read fluently, right, to read fluently and to comprehend also the text which is appropriate for a class 3 child, then who's wrong? Is it the child's fault that the child is not able to read? Or is it my fault that I am not providing the correct material to the child, or I am having high expectations? So my dear friends, the entire purpose of having this huge program, FLN, is to come down to the level of children. To make it successful, we have to accept, understand, and go according to the age and developmentally appropriate pedagogies as well as material. I hope this is clear to everyone, because this is the most important thing. This is where we fail. We provide the task which is not, the child is not ready for that task. So we have to see that the child is ready for a particular task. The child has the interest. If the interest is not there, you all will say, "Padne ka interest hi nahi hai, ma'am, hum kaise padhayenge?" Then it is our responsibility to arouse the interest of the child. And that is why we have this CBSE Reading Mission. To ensure learning matrix of simple measurable learning outcomes by mapping them with grade-wise curriculum. And the curriculum which is going from the lower step to the higher step, not from, it should not be the downward extension. Because a class 5 child is expected to achieve this, we have to do it in class 4. Because a class 4 child is expected to do something, we will have that done in class 3. No. Now we are helped and provided with the material, which is very meticulously prepared by CBSE, NCERT and other important education related bodies, who are guiding us with the grade level curriculum, grade level learning outcomes. Hence, we can very easily move from, we can plan our curriculum from downward to upward direction, right? It has to be. So to ensure availability of high quality teaching learning material in mother tongue, regional or local language. Now, my dear friends, it's very important to understand and respect the language of the child. Considering that we are an English medium school and we have to train our children to speak in English, doesn't mean that we will not respect their mother language. That is why FLN includes learning in all the languages, which is permissible, right? To focus on continuous capacity building of teachers and head teachers, which we are already in the process of, to engage all stakeholders, that is teachers, parents, students, and community, building a strong foundation of lifelong learning, to ensure tracking of learning levels of all the students. This is very important. To ensure tracking of learning levels is what ma'am talked about, assessments. This is all what SUFL talks about. So it's not only that we are providing them with the material, it's not that we are providing them with the activities, but we have to assess them, which will be a great tool not only for the children, but for us. We will get to know where do we stand or what errors have we made. So assessment has to be there. Next, a brief description about the Reading Mission. The Reading Mission is a 2-year-long initiative in which all CBSE schools can participate, as we have already enrolled. Under the Reading Mission, CBSE schools and teachers will have access to a large repository of openly licensed, high-quality children's literature via Pratham Books reading program, available for free in English and Hindi on Storyweaver. So I hope we all have created our accounts on Storyweaver. If not, please do so today. Wherever you get stuck, please get in touch with me. The reading program offers 144 beautifully illustrated, multilingual, age-appropriate storybooks that provide a rich reading experience to all children, cutting across geographic, economic, social, and cultural divides. The books are organized grade-wise and thematically and are accompanied by discussion, ideas, and activities. My dear friends, this is the most important point. All the books are available in multiple languages. They are divided up in different themes. There are 9 themes, and they are very beautifully organized, and each book is followed by some activities. And in this era of having online classes, we have activities for online classes as well as offline mode. Some of you might have already explored, or you have already tried it in the class, you might have already. Some who are not aware, please do so. I'll take you to the window after sharing this information with you. Now, teachers, we all are running after the certificates. It gives us pleasure. So teachers will be rewarded with certificates on the completion of the program. Teachers can also share their anecdotes of their students' progress to be celebrated as reading heroes. Through the course of the initiative, the Reading Mission will also support and empower teachers with training materials on conducting engaging virtual reading sessions and activities through periodic Teacher Connect interactions, where teachers can discuss best practices, showcase their work, and share inputs on the program design. This is about the Reading Mission initiated by CBSE. We at Balbharti Noida have already joined the mission. Not only that, we have also, these are the reader modules available, as I have already talked to you about in the previous slide. They are very well organized, very well graded. So each teacher, whichever class you are teaching, it's very convenient for you to reach out. And this also, I spoke in the last slide, that we all can be celebrated as reading heroes. This is how you can register for the same. Read a new storybook together every week. Have interesting discussions based on the books. Carry out a fun activity or make a project using the ideas shared in the reading program. Send your anecdotes, picture, video clips of reading sessions, book discussions, students' activities and projects, and stand a chance to be recognized as reading heroes. CBSE will feature the reading heroes on their page, on Storyweaver's blog and social media channels. This is the email. If you go to the website of CBSE Academics and go to CBSE Reading Mission, you will get all this information there. This is the email ID. This is their Facebook group page address and the other Twitter, Instagram handles as well. Most important thing which you must not miss, please do take parental consent before sharing the pictures of their children. I hope this is clear. It's the protocol and we all have to follow that. Before we have initially also discussed that it's very important and this mission will be a complete failure if the parents and the community are not involved in it. For that, we at Balbharti Noida are soon going to release a circular for the parents, informing them, guiding them, briefing them about the CBSE Reading Mission, about the Storyweaver page. What is the role of a teacher then if the circular goes? After we release the circular, all the teachers are requested to talk to the parents, talk to the children in the classes, and encourage them to join the mission. The parents can also submit their videos and pictures for the same reading activities. These videos and anecdotes will be shared on our website Reading Mission page. So let me take you to our website and let me show you. Is my next screen visible to all of you?
Yes.
Yes.
Great. If we go to academics, we have CBSE Reading Mission. It has only one thing, the report of the CBSE webinar. The more we participate, the more beautiful the page will be. So it's all up to us how we move on to this particular page. Here we have to motivate the students, we have to guide the parents and involve them. We can also guide the parents that in class we will be taking them for Hindi reading, English reading. They have access to their regional languages as well. I hope there is no doubt till here. One thing which is the most important thing about FLN is to have print-rich environment. Had it been a physical classroom, we would have our bulletin boards and other things. They come across so many things when they come to school and they are exposed to new words each day. Now it becomes our additional responsibility to provide print-rich environment during the online classes as well. But how that can be done? Is my next screen visible or no? Let me go there.
Not at the moment, ma'am.
Just a minute. We all are trained by Leena ma'am for using various digital tools. Just one simple example to show you how we can provide a print-rich environment. Now this is the spinner we all are using in our classes for so many things. Now here I have taken the names of the books. The Red Raincoat, The Race, Good Night Tinku, Smile Please. And I ask my children, which book do you want to read? And here we go. Who's the winner? So, your children will get an exposure in a fun manner to read the titles, hence new words. This is just a small example. We can create our own ways of exposing them to the print-rich environment. Now, I would also like all of you to visit the page Story Weaver with me, because it has lots and lots of features which we all must know. Is my Story Weaver page visible to all of you now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much. So if we all have already registered ourselves and we have our account, your page will look something like this. All right. Now, if we click here, it gives us an insight into the themes: family and friends, fiction, read aloud stories, animal stories, growing up, funny, life skills, science and nature, school stories, adventure, and mystery. It gives us an insight into the trending languages. The whole list is in front of you. And explore more books under the category emergent readers, level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, and there are whole lot of books. We can guide the parents, which we will be informing through the circulars also. You can translate any book to your desired language, from English maybe to whichever language they want. So that feature is also there. We have lots of resources here, which has all the books have lots and lots of activities. So this is an ocean, my dear friends. So we all need to sit, go to the website and explore. The most important and interesting feature is you can create your own storybooks. There are images available. You can also create a story using the images which are available here. If you select the language, select a title. For example, I select Mr. Water is missing, right? Level, which kind of level I want, orientation, it's all up to me, and I can select that I want to start with words. I don't want only a pictorial book. And here I can add an image. Whole lot of images are available here. I can select any one and create my own story. For example, I select this one. See, right? So you have, once you move ahead with this, you can preview, save. Once done and you are satisfied with it, you can publish your storybook, right? Other than this, we have the facility of offline library. I'll just leave it so that. Now, offline library, all the time net is not available. If I have planned some activity, if I have planned to read out a particular book, I can have my own offline library. This I can access even if the net is not there. And I can, how will you go about it? Add stories to your offline library. Click here. All the stories are here. You can select anyone, maybe Singing in the Rain. And it gets added, right? Now, when we click to a particular story, we have two options, read story or read along. It's purely up to us how we wish to do. I hope there is no doubt till here. Clear? If you look at your profile, you have your own bookshelf, the option of your own bookshelf. Whatever you read, keep adding here. It will be added to your bookshelf. How? I'll show you. For example, I select a book from here. Okay, I select Smile Please. There are 3 dots I hope these 3 dots are clearly visible to you. Click here, add to my bookshelf, right? I want it in my class 2 bookshelf. It's there. It's added there. If I go to my bookshelf, let me check whether it is there or not. It will keep a record of all the books which you have seen. I have the bee and the elephant I had earlier. Now it has the other books. Right? Any doubt till here? Now, when we come to the resources, there are lots and lots of books which has lots of activities, and there are other activities also. Foundational Literacy Program, grades 1 to 3, read at home. It's available in Hindi and Marathi language. There's no harm in reading it because it at least gives us an insight. And when you create your own book, you know how and what all activities you can plan in this. This is for grade 1, 2 and 3. आसान परिचित शब्दों के सहारे छोटे वाक्य पढ़े. Let the child read simple, short sentences. Grade 2, what is the learning outcome? अक्षर व ध्वनि के मेल को समझे और लंबे शब्द और वाक्य पढ़े. So it's all sequentially graded. What is to be achieved and done in grade 1? What is to be done in grade 2, and so on. It's simple, known words. Simple, easy, known words. With the help of known words, they are reading simple, short sentences. Grade 2, they are trying to decode. This is that stage which is to be achieved. What is decoding? Decoding is basically the association of the symbol and the sound. Right? They see a letter A, but A is A, B is B. They hear a word bat. Now they're confused what to write. If they have this decoding accomplished, then they will be able to relate bat. The first sound is B, then A, and then T, and the child will be able to write. That is the meaning of decoding. Grade 3, जटिल वाक्य मतलब डिफिकल्ट वर्ड्स को उनके अर्थ समझकर और प्रवाह के साथ पढ़ें. प्रवाह मतलब फ्लुएंसी, अर्थ समझकर मतलब कॉम्प्रिहेंशन. So here we have achieved our grade 3 goal, that is they are able to read with fluency and comprehension. Sometimes you can ask children to read some new books. If you explore these windows, there are, I'll just see, yes, this is what I really wanted to discuss. Now this I have already done. This is the guideline, how we can make this mission successful. आप चाहें तो ये वीडियो देख सकते हैं, it will be a great help. Otherwise, this is the sequence, how to begin to read. Then comes पाठ को समझने की शुरुआत, just the beginning of comprehension. Then ध्वनियों एवं अक्षरों में संबंध स्थापन. This is what I was talking about, decoding. Symbol and sound association has to be achieved, and it is achieved gradually. We cannot expect a class 1 child to be reading fluently everything and anything, even if it is there in the textbook. धीमी गति से पढ़ने की कोशिश की शुरुआत. This is what they are going to, it's their efforts where they will try to read new things. लंबे और जटिल वाक्यों को पढ़ने की शुरुआत, more complicated, because this comes under grade 3. And this is fluent reading. This is all about the Story Weaver. I want all of you to register, and I also expect all of you, it's a request, it's a task that all of you have to register, explore the ocean, take a deep dive into it, and learn more about Reading Mission, because it's endless. If I start talking about it, I think I can go on and on and on. It will be evening and we all will be exploring. So it's what we have to explore at our end. For that, the desire has to be ignited, and that is what Vinaya ma'am and myself have tried to do today. We've just tried to, ignite it so that you yourself explore and come up with your storybooks with more creative worksheets, but don't forget age appropriate and developmentally appropriate worksheets. Now, a task is to be assessed. When our children are assessed, right, we should also be assessed. So why not have some interesting task for all of us? Are you ready for that? Huh? क्योंकि जब तक हम assess नहीं करेंगे, मुझे और विनया मैम को भी पता नहीं चलेगा have we gone in the right direction or not. Maybe we have another session, so we'll try to incorporate more things which help us to make the mission more successful. Now, the task for all of you is, we all will create an age-appropriate storybook at Story Weaver. You can choose any theme and share the link on the document shared with you earlier. I hope you all are aware, class 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teachers are aware that I have shared a Google Doc, and we all have already uploaded, mentioned what all books we have read. Now you will share the link of your story. Not only that, but create age-appropriate, stimulating worksheets which has some good fun activities for your story. Just a few examples for class 1, 2, and 3, as well as class 4 and 5. Class 1 can have some pictorial matching activities. Class 2 can have some complete the story by replacing the image with the word. Class 3 can give a task like complete the story. Class 4 can have some role play and character dramatization, because their children are grown up and they are able to express themselves. And we expect that by the time the child is in class 4 or 5, the child learns to express himself or herself better. Class 5 children can share the review of the story, the possible ending of the story, or twist the tale, twist the story that way. That is all from our side. Let's all collectively make this mission a great success, not only for CBSE, but for ourselves, because let's follow the motto, read, lead, and succeed. That is all from our side. Namaskar. Over to you.